Hello there, YouTube. It is your boy B3 back on another kicking. Oh, sorry. Action figure review. Today we are looking at the Safari Ltd. Quetzalcoatl. Yes, he was $12, but I got 20% off, which is pretty cool. He was just the last one on the shelf. I usually get these from a brick and mortar store. I do a lot of work with museums, so I get to see some dinosaur toys a lot, and a lot of those museums give me discounts because of my work with them, which is very cool. So I got this guy. He was the last on the shelf, and I was like, you know what? I really don't have mini pterosaurs. I find them hard to display when they're in their flying poses like this. I kind of prefer them in walking poses. The Pepo Quetzalcoatl's in a walking pose, but you know, it's Quetzalcoatl, one of the coolest pterosaurs of all time. It was in Jurassic World Dominion, I believe. I've only seen that movie once during the VIP showing that I went to, and I know it's in Prehistoric Planet. It's heavily featured in Prehistoric Planet, which I recently watched all of and loved every second of, by the way. So yeah, I was like, you know what? I get him. He's on sale. Let's just get him. And he's very cool. These safaris are always cool because they kind of have genitals. You can see he's got a little hole under the tail there. The safari is kind of an educational toy line, so the genitals are included. Got little feet with painted nails, which is very cool. And you can see, like, the border here is painted a little darker than the wing itself. Like, the tail is darker than the wing. It's a darker orange on the border of the wing. I don't know if it really shows up on camera. I can kind of see it in the viewfinder. But around the edges of the wings here, it's a darker orange. Very cool. Fully painted little claws on the handies. All the kind of kitty cats are getting love. That's the most important thing. She hears me talking to someone who's not her, and so she's jelly. She's been interrupting reviews a lot recently. But hey, she's a cutie, so it's allowed. But yeah, like a great wash and stuff on the feathers here. And I really like this kind of flat neck. I like see how the feathers, it's like painted to make it look like the feathers are drooping over it. That's really nice detail. I like the sculpt on the chest there. It's got its name sculpted here, lest you forget. You can still see a lot more color variation on the bottom side, actually, than the top. I feel like it's more obvious on the bottom, but it is on both sides. And then I really like the head. It's very colorful. I always imagined that dinosaurs and pterosaurs would have been really colorful, just like their modern-day descendants. Well, pterosaurs don't have modern-day descendants. They were all wiped out. But dinosaurs have plenty. You can see it's like blue and pink. And are those hazel eyes? Or maybe they're red. It's hard to tell. They're very tiny. I'm going to go with maybe like a brick red? I don't know. It's really hard to tell. But it's got fully sculpted nostrils and stuff. Kind of a gizzard kind of thing here. Really nice. The only issue with this guy I have is he's prone to warping. See how his wings aren't exactly alike, and I've seen a lot of them before that have their like beaks kind of warped like this. It might have been neater if they just made him with his mouth closed, but I think it has more playability for the kids if the mouth is open. So I do appreciate that. Yeah, this is one that I think is very fun for adults and kids alike. Very fun. And I think like the kids would of course enjoy the flying pose more, which is good. So now let's check out some size comparisons. Alright, so we have a lot of critters to compare with our Quetzalcoatl today. First up, how about just another Safari Ltd figure, Baryonyx. Very cool, very ace, I think. That's a fun one. Then we have the Pepo green running T-Rex. He seems a little small for this T-Rex, but you could say it's a juvenile Quetzy. They kiss. Very fun. That's my cat tearing up stuff. Then we have the Schleich Styracosaurus. That's cool. That's fun. Very recent review of mine. And that's a doggy. Then we, of course, have this Walmart Adventure T-Rex. Maybe this sizing is actually a bit better, even if this T-Rex's biology is incredibly fucked. Then we have the Chap May a Therizinosaurus. That's a fun one. It's kind of becoming a size comparison staple, aren't you, Danny? And then we have the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom Concavinator from the Hammond collection. There we go. Now let's move it out of the way. And our last dinosaur will be Beast of the Mesozoic, Ceratopsian Series 1/6 scale, Psittacosaurus. This is about as far from an accurate sizing as you can get, but I'm more looking to just show you what it'll look like next to some of your other Dinobinos. And yeah, I know the pterosaur is not a dinosaur, but I mean, they lived at the same time, you'll display them together. So, what are my final thoughts on the Safari Ltd Quetzalcoatl figure? I think it's fun. I think this is a nice one for both kids play, education, and also an adult's collection. It's very fun, it's durable, you know, it's well painted, well sculpted, and it's pretty affordable. It's just an all-around good figure. Once again, there's no articulation or anything, and you can, as you can see, there can be a little warping, but I think the kids won't care about the warping, and adults can fix it with boiling water. That's it. Thank you all once again for your support, and I'll see you all next time. Bye for now. Da-na-na-na-na.